Ladies and gentlemen, there's a force within you untapped, unshaken, and unbreakable. A force that's been lying dormant, waiting for the moment you finally decide to wake up and take control. Too many of us walk through life with our heads down, accepting less than we deserve, hiding from challenges, and letting fear dictate our actions. But let me ask you this, how long are you willing to stay weak? How long are you willing to live beneath your potential? Weakness isn't just a state of being, it's a mindset. It's that voice in your head that tells you you can't. It's the excuses you make when you know you should be doing better. It's the way you settle for mediocrity when greatness is calling your name. But here's the truth, you were not born to be weak. You were born to conquer, to overcome, and to thrive. And if you've been playing small, it's time to stop. Weakness is not something you are born with or destined to carry throughout your life. It's not written in your DNA or stamped on your soul. It's a mindset, a way of thinking that you've adopted, whether consciously or unconsciously, and allowed to shape your life. So the inner narrative that tells you, I can't when you can. It's the tendency to make excuses when you're capable of action, the habit of settling for less when you're destined for more. And the most important thing you need to understand is this, you have the power to reject it. Weakness begins in the mind. It's in the little decisions you make every day, the stories you tell yourself about who you are and what you're capable of achieving. It's not the challenges in your life that make you weak, it's how you respond to them. Now, do you shrink back or do you stand tall? Do you give up when it gets hard? Or do you push forward despite the discomfort? Weakness is a choice, but so is strength. You can choose to change your mindset, to stop believing in your limitations and start believing your potential. The first step in rejecting weakness is recognizing how it shows up in your life. Weakness often disguises itself as comfort. It's the voice that tells you stay where you are, safe here. It's the urge to avoid anything that might stretch you or challenge you. But here's the problem with staying comfortable. It keeps you stagnant. Growth only happens when you step out of your comfort zone and embrace the unknown. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you reinforce the mindset of weakness. But every time you push yourself to do something difficult, you build strength. Another way weakness manifests is through excuses. How many times have you said, I'm too tired, or I don't have time, or I'll do it tomorrow? So excuses are nothing more than permission slips for weakness. They allow you to stay exactly where you are, avoiding the hard work of becoming better. But deep down, you know that excuses don't solve anything. They don't make you stronger, smarter, or more successful. They just keep you stuck. The moment you stop making excuses is the moment you take your power back. Fear is another root of weakness. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough. These fears can be paralyzing, but here's the truth. Fear is just a thought. It's not real. It only has power over you if you let it. When you choose to face your fears instead of running from them and you weaken their hold on you, each time you confront something that scares you, you grow stronger. You begin to realize that fear is nothing compared to the strength that's already inside you. Weakness also thrives on self-doubt, that little voice in your head that says, you're not good enough, you'll never make it, or you don't have what it takes. But here's the thing about self-doubt. It's a lie. It's a lie you've been telling yourself for too long, and it's time to stop believing it. The truth is you are far more capable than you give yourself credit for. You've already overcome things you once thought were impossible. You've already proven your resilience, your determination, and your ability to rise above. The only person who needs to believe in you is you. The key to rejecting weakness is making a decision to no longer accept less than you're capable of. It's about holding yourself to a higher standard, refusing to let your fears, excuses, or doubts control your life. It's about stepping up and taking responsibility for your own growth. No one is going to hand you strength. You have to build it yourself. No one is going to give you success. You have to earn it. But the good news is you can. Every day you have a choice. You can choose to give into the mindset of weakness, or you can choose to rise above it. You can choose to stay comfortable, or you can choose to challenge yourself. You can choose to make excuses, or you can choose to take action. You can choose to let fear hold you back, or you can choose to face it head on. The power is in your hands. Weakness is not who you are. It's just a habit, a mindset, a way of thinking that you've outgrown. And the moment you decide to change that mindset, everything changes. You start to see challenges as opportunities, failures as lessons, and struggles as the path to strength. You begin to realize that you are not defined by your past or your fears, but by the actions you take today. So stop telling yourself that you can't. Stop settling for less. Stop accepting the narrative of weakness. Choose to see yourself as the powerful, capable, and resilient person you truly are. Choose to take control of your mindset and watch as your life begins to transform. Strength isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. And the time to start building is now. Strength is not something that falls into your lap. It is not something you are magically gifted or inherit. Strength is built, earned, and developed through struggle. It is forged in the fires of adversity, in the moments that test your limits and push you to your breaking point. But here's the truth most people don't want to hear. You cannot become strong without facing hardship. The very struggle you're avoiding is the path to your growth. Every time you shy away from a challenge, you rob yourself of an opportunity to grow stronger. It's human nature to avoid discomfort, to steer clear of pain and difficulty. But avoiding the struggle doesn't make life easier, it makes you weaker. It creates a pattern of retreat, a habit of quitting when things get tough. And the longer you run from challenges, the harder it becomes to face them. Struggles are not your enemy, they are your greatest ally. They are the teachers you didn't know you needed. The lessons wrapped in difficulty, the opportunities disguise obstacles. When you face struggles, you learn things about yourself that you could never discover otherwise. You uncover your resilience, your grit, and your ability to persevere when everything in you wants to give up. Struggles reveal your strength by forcing you to dig deeper than you ever thought possible. And think about the strongest people you know. They didn't become that way by living an easy, problem-free life. They became strong because they endured. They faced heartbreaks, setbacks, and failures. They didn't crumble under the weight of their struggles. They used that weight to build themselves up. Struggles for them were not barriers, they were stepping stones. When you're in the middle of a struggle, it can feel overwhelming. It can feel like the world is against you, like the pressure is too much to handle. But what you must understand is that the struggle is shaping you, even if you can't see it in the moment. Each hardship is like a hammer striking the steel, each setback another blow in the process of forging something unbreakable. You may feel bent, but you are not broken. You are being prepared for something greater. Struggle teaches you perseverance. It forces you to keep going when quitting feels like the easiest option. And here's the beauty of perseverance. The more you push through, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable. It builds confidence, not the fleeting kind that comes from compliments or achievements, but the deep, unshakable confidence that comes from knowing you faced the worst and survived. Struggles also teach you patience. Growth doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and a willingness to endure the process. In the moments when it feels like nothing is happening, when progress seems slow or invisible, that's when the real work is being done. Seeds don't sprout the day they're planted, and strength doesn't appear the moment you face adversity. But with time and consistency, the results will come. Another lesson struggles teach is gratitude. When you endure hardships, you begin to appreciate the small victories, the quiet moments of peace, and the progress you've made. Struggles humble you. They remind you that nothing worthwhile comes easily and that every bit of success is earned. Gratitude is born from the understanding that your struggles have shaped you. And without them, you wouldn't be who you are. But struggles do more than teach, they transform. They turn fear into courage, doubt into belief, and weakness into strength. Each time you face a struggle and push through it, you are not the same person you were before. You come out stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the challenges ahead. And the best part, strength is compounding. The more struggles you overcome, the more resilient you become, and the more capable you are of handling whatever comes next. It's important to realize that the struggle doesn't have to be monumental to matter. Sometimes the small, everyday battles are the ones that build the most strength. Getting out of bed when you'd rather stay in it, sticking to your goals when motivation fades, and choosing discipline over comfort, these are the struggles that define your character. They may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time, they add up. You have to stop seeing struggle as a punishment and start seeing it as a privilege. Struggle is proof that you're alive, that you're moving, that you're growing. It's a sign that you're on the right path, because nothing worth having comes without a fight. The strongest trees are the ones that have weathered the harshest storms, and the strongest people are the ones who have endured the greatest challenges. So when struggle comes your way, don't run from it. Don't curse it or wish it away. Embrace it. Lean into it. Use it as an opportunity to grow stronger, to become better, to prove to yourself what you're capable of. The struggle is not here to break you, it's here to build you. And on the other side of it, you'll find a version of yourself that you never thought possible, stronger, tougher, and ready for anything. Becoming unstoppable starts with mastering yourself. It is not about controlling the external world, bending others to your will, or avoiding challenges. It is about taking full responsibility for your actions, thoughts, habits, and emotions. Mastery over yourself is the key to unlocking the limitless potential within you, and it begins with understanding that you are both your greatest ally and your greatest obstacle. The first area of self-mastery is discipline. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's the bridge between your goals and your achievements. Without discipline, even the best plans fall apart. But discipline is not something you are born with, it's something you build. It's in the small, consistent choices you make every day. Waking up early, sticking to your commitments, following through on your promises, these are the practices that build an unshakable foundation of discipline. Each time you choose discipline over excuses, you reinforce the belief that you are in control of your life. The second pillar of self-mastery is emotional control. Life will always throw challenges your way. People will test your patience, and circumstances will push you to your limits, and unexpected events will threaten to derail you. The question is, how will you respond? Emotional control means not letting external circumstances dictate your internal state. It's about maintaining composure when everything around you is chaotic. When you master your emotions, you stop reacting impulsively and start responding intentionally. You gain the ability to make decisions from a place of clarity and logic rather than being driven by anger, fear, or frustration. Another critical aspect of self-mastery is managing your habits. Your habits shape your life more than your intentions ever will. It's not what you say you'll do, it's what you consistently do that defines your success. Good habits, such as exercising regularly, prioritizing your tasks, and feeding your mind with positive, constructive information, build momentum toward your goals. Bad habits, on the other hand, keep you stuck in cycles of mediocrity. Mastering yourself means identifying the habits that no longer serve you and replacing them with ones that align with your vision. This process takes time and effort, but it's one of the most transformative things you can do. Your mindset is another area where self-mastery is essential. The way you think determines the way you act, and the way you act determines the results you get. If your mind is filled with doubt, negativity, and fear, your actions will reflect that, and your results will suffer. Mastering your mindset means feeding it with thoughts of possibility, belief, and resilience. It means rejecting self-limiting beliefs and adopting the perspective that you are capable of achieving extraordinary things. A strong mindset doesn't ignore challenges, it acknowledges them and chooses to see them as opportunities for growth. Mastery of yourself also requires controlling your focus. In today's world, distractions are everywhere, and it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Your time and attention are your most valuable resources, and where you direct them will determine the quality of your life. To become unstoppable, you must learn to focus on what's important and block out what's not. This means saying no to things that don't align with your goals, prioritizing the tasks that move you forward, and staying committed to your vision even when the temptation to deviate arises. Another component of self-mastery is accountability. You must take ownership of your life, your choices, and your results. Blaming others, circumstances, or luck for your shortcomings only keeps you powerless. True mastery comes from recognizing that while you can't control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond. When you take full responsibility for your life, you gain the power to change it. Accountability also means holding yourself to a higher standard. It's about doing the right thing even when no one is watching. It's about striving for excellence, not for others, but for yourself. One of the hardest but most important aspects of self-mastery is learning to manage your inner dialogue. The way you talk to yourself matters. If your inner voice is constantly criticizing, doubting, or undermining you, it's like trying to win a race with someone pulling you back. Self-mastery means becoming your own biggest supporter. It means replacing self-doubt with self-affirmation and negativity with positivity. When you control your inner dialogue, you take charge of the narrative you're living by. Self-mastery is not about being perfect, it's about progress. It's about making conscious choices every day to become better than you were yesterday. It's about understanding that the only person standing in your way is you, and the only person who can push you forward is also you. The process isn't easy, and it won't happen overnight, but the results are worth it. When you master yourself, you unlock a level of strength, resilience, and focus that makes you unstoppable. You become the kind of person who doesn't just dream big, but achieves big because you've built the habits, mindset, and discipline required to succeed. Mastering yourself is the foundation of becoming the unstoppable force you were meant to be. When you gain control over your actions, thoughts, emotions, and habits, nothing can hold you back. You stop being a victim of circumstances and start being the creator of your destiny. Mastering yourself is not just the path to success, it is the path to freedom, power, and fulfillment. Your mindset is the foundation of everything you do in life. It is the lens through which you see the world, the engine that drives your decisions, and the force that determines whether you rise to challenges or crumble under pressure. To become strong and unstoppable, you must adopt a mindset that refuses to settle for mediocrity. You must think like a winner, act like a champion, and believe in yourself even when the odds are stacked against you. A strong mindset is not something you're born with, it's something you cultivate, one thought and one choice at a time. The first step in building a powerful mindset is to eliminate excuses. Excuses are the enemy of progress. They are the stories we tell ourselves to justify staying in our comfort zones, avoiding responsibility, or giving up when things get tough. A strong mindset doesn't entertain excuses, it looks for solutions. Instead of saying, I can't do this, because you must ask yourself, how can I make this happen? This shift in thinking turns obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into stepping stones. It forces you to take ownership of your circumstances and challenges you to find a way forward no matter what. Another essential component of a strong mindset is resilience. Life will knock you down and failure is inevitable. But resilience is what determines whether you stay down or get back up. A strong mindset doesn't see failure as the end, it sees it as a lesson, a temporary setback, and a stepping stone to success. When you face challenges, resilience allows you to persevere, adapt, and grow. It's about maintaining a belief in yourself, even when the evidence of success isn't immediately visible. Building resilience requires practice. Each time you bounce back from adversity, you strengthen your ability to handle whatever comes next. A key aspect of cultivating a winning mindset is learning to embrace discomfort. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. It happens when you push yourself beyond your limits, when you face challenges that stretch you, and when you endure the discomfort that comes with striving for greatness. Most people avoid discomfort, but those with strong mindsets understand that it is a necessary part of the process. They don't fear hard work or setbacks. They embrace them as opportunities to grow stronger. The ability to endure discomfort and keep moving forward is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who fall short. Belief in yourself is another critical element of a strong mindset. If you don't believe in your own potential, no one else will. Self-belief is not about arrogance or overconfidence. It's about knowing your worth, trusting your abilities, and understanding that you have what it takes to succeed. This belief becomes a powerful motivator. It fuels your actions, keeps you focused, and pushes you to achieve things you once thought were impossible. Developing self-belief requires you to silence the inner critic, replace self-doubt with affirmations, and surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Your mindset is also shaped by the way you handle fear. Fear is natural, but it doesn't have to control you. A strong mindset doesn't eliminate fear, it learns to coexist with it and move forward anyway. Fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown can paralyze you if you let it. But when you face your fears head on, you rob them of their power. Each time you confront something that scares you, you grow stronger and more confident. Fear becomes a sign that you're stepping out of your comfort zone and into the realm of growth and possibility. Another important aspect of a strong mindset is focus. In a world full of distractions, maintaining focus on your goals is more challenging and more important than ever. A powerful mindset knows how to block out the noise and zero in on what truly matters. It prioritizes long-term success over short-term gratification. Staying focused requires clarity about your goals, a clear plan of action, and the discipline to stick to that plan even when distractions arise. When you master your focus, you make consistent progress toward your goals, and that progress builds momentum. Gratitude is also a cornerstone of a strong mindset. It's easy to focus on what's missing, what's going wrong, or what you haven't achieved yet. But gratitude shifts your perspective. It reminds you of the progress you've made, the lessons you've learned, and the opportunities you've been given. Gratitude doesn't mean settling for less, it means appreciating where you are while striving for more. When you approach life with gratitude, you create a positive mental environment that fuels motivation, reduces stress, and attracts even greater opportunities. Finally, a strong mindset is fueled by purpose. When you have a clear sense of why you're doing what you're doing, it becomes easier to stay committed even when the journey gets tough. Purpose gives you direction, meaning, and the determination to keep moving forward. It reminds you of the bigger picture and keeps you grounded in your mission. To cultivate a strong mindset, you must take time to define your purpose, align your actions with your values, and regularly remind yourself of the impact you want to make. Building a strong mindset is a lifelong process, but it's one of the most valuable investments you can make in yourself. With the right mindset, you can overcome challenges, achieve your goals, and unlock your full potential. You become unstoppable not because life gets easier, but because you get stronger. The strength of your mindset determines the strength of your life, and when you master your mindset, you master your mindset, you'll master your future. Consistency is the unsung hero of success. It is not the grand gestures or the occasional bursts of effort that lead to greatness. It is the small, deliberate, and repeated actions that compound over time. Many people dream big, set lofty goals, and start with enthusiasm, but what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who don't is the ability to show up every single day, no matter how they feel. Consistency is the foundation upon which all lasting progress is built. It requires commitment, patience, and unwavering dedication to the process, even when the results aren't immediately visible. The power of consistency lies in its ability to create habits. Habits are the automatic behaviors that shape your daily life and ultimately your destiny. When you consistently perform an action, it becomes second nature. For example, if you commit to exercising every morning, it stops being a struggle over time and becomes a natural part of your routine. This principle applies to every area of life, whether it's improving your skills, building a business, or strengthening relationships. Consistency transforms effort into routine and routine into results. The more consistent you are, the easier it becomes to sustain positive habits. Consistency also builds momentum. Starting something new often feels daunting, but when you stick with it day after day, you begin to gain traction. Each small win adds to the next, creating a snowball effect. Over time, what once seemed impossible becomes achievable, and what was difficult becomes effortless. Momentum is a powerful force, but it only comes from consistent effort. You can't stop and start repeatedly and expect to build lasting progress. Consistency keeps the momentum alive, allowing you to accelerate toward your goals. One of the most significant challenges of staying consistent is overcoming the temptation to rely on motivation alone. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the weather. Some days you'll wake up feeling inspired and ready to conquer the world. Other days you'll feel tired, discouraged, or simply unmotivated. This is where discipline comes in. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward when motivation fades. It's the commitment to doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel in the moment. When you rely on discipline instead of motivation, you become consistent, and consistency breeds results. Another obstacle to consistency is the pursuit of perfection. Many people hold themselves back because they believe they must do everything flawlessly. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect plan, or the perfect circumstances before taking action. But perfection is an illusion, and waiting for it only leads to procrastination. Consistency doesn't require perfection, it requires persistence. It's better to show up and do something, even if it's not perfect, than to do nothing at all. Over time, consistent effort allows you to improve and refine your approach, but only if you're willing to take imperfect action. Consistency also requires a long-term perspective. In a world that celebrates instant gratification, it's easy to become discouraged when you don't see immediate results. But the most worthwhile achievements take time. Whether you're building a career, improving your health, or mastering a skill, progress is often slow and incremental. Consistency is about trusting the process and staying committed, even when the payoff seems far away. It's about playing the long game and understanding that small, consistent actions compound into significant results over time. One of the greatest benefits of consistency is the trust it builds in yourself and in others. When you consistently follow through on your commitments, you prove to yourself that you're reliable and capable. This self-trust fuels your confidence and empowers you to take on even greater challenges. Consistency also builds trust with others, whether it's colleagues, clients, friends, or family. People come to rely on you because they know you will deliver. Trust is a valuable currency in life, and consistency is the most effective way to earn it. To maintain consistency, it's crucial to stay focused on your why. Why did you start this journey in the first place? What is the ultimate goal you're working toward? When you remind yourself of your purpose, it becomes easier to stay committed. Even when the road gets tough, consistency is not just about showing up, it's about showing up with intention. Every small step you take should align with your larger vision. This alignment keeps you motivated and ensures that your consistent efforts are moving you in the right direction. Lastly, consistency requires resilience. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments when progress feels stagnant. These moments test your commitment and your resolve, but resilience allows you to push through the challenges and keep going. It's about recognizing that consistency doesn't mean perfection, it means persistence. Each day you choose to show up, even in the face of obstacles, you strengthen your resilience and reinforce your commitment to your goals. Consistency may not be glamorous, but it is the secret weapon of the successful. It is the small, unremarkable actions taken daily that lead to extraordinary results over time. When you commit to being consistent, you unlock the power of compound growth, build unshakable trust in yourself, and create the momentum needed to achieve your dreams. Success is not about occasional brilliance, it's about relentless, consistent effort. It's about showing up every single day, no matter what, and trusting that the process will take you where you want to go. Consistency is the unsung hero of success. It is not the grand gestures or the occasional bursts of effort that lead to greatness. It is the small, deliberate, and repeated actions that compound over time. Many people dream big, set lofty goals, and start with enthusiasm, but what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who don't is the ability to show up every single day, no matter how they feel. Consistency is the foundation upon which all lasting progress is built. It requires commitment, patience, and unwavering dedication to the process, even when the results aren't immediately visible. The power of consistency lies in its ability to create habits. Habits are the automatic behaviors that shape your daily life and ultimately your destiny. When you consistently perform an action, it becomes second nature. For example, if you commit to exercising every morning, it stops being a struggle over time and becomes a natural part of your routine. This principle applies to every area of life, whether it's improving your skills, building a business, or strengthening relationships. Consistency transforms effort into routine and routine into results. The more consistent you are, the easier it becomes to sustain positive habits. Consistency also builds momentum. Starting something new often feels daunting, but when you stick with it day after day, you begin to gain traction. Each small win adds to the next, creating a snowball effect. Over time, what once seemed impossible becomes achievable, and what was difficult becomes effortless. Momentum is a powerful force, but it only comes from consistent effort. You can't stop and start repeatedly and expect to build lasting progress. Consistency keeps the momentum alive, allowing you to accelerate toward your goals. One of the most significant challenges of staying consistent is overcoming the temptation to rely on motivation alone. Motivation is fleeting, it comes and goes like the weather. Some days you'll wake up feeling inspired and ready to conquer the world. Other days you'll feel tired, discouraged, or simply unmotivated. This is where discipline comes in. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward when motivation fades. It's the commitment to doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel in the moment. When you rely on discipline instead of motivation, you become consistent, and consistency breeds results. Another obstacle to consistency is the pursuit of perfection. Many people hold themselves back because they believe they must do everything flawlessly. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect plan, or the perfect circumstances before taking action. But perfection is an illusion, and waiting for it only leads to procrastination. Consistency doesn't require perfection, it requires persistence. It's better to show up and do something, even if it's not perfect, than to do nothing at all. Over time, consistent effort allows you to improve and refine your approach, but only if you're willing to take imperfect action. Consistency also requires a long-term perspective. In a world that celebrates instant gratification, it's easy to become discouraged when you don't see immediate results. But the most worthwhile achievements take time. Whether you're building a career, improving your health, or mastering a skill, progress is often slow and incremental. Consistency is about trusting the process and staying committed, even when the payoff seems far away. It's about playing the long game and understanding that small, consistent actions compound into significant results over time. One of the greatest benefits of consistency is the trust it builds in yourself and in others. When you consistently follow through on your commitments, you prove to yourself that you're reliable and capable. This self-trust fuels your confidence and empowers you to take on even greater challenges. Consistency also builds trust with others, whether it's colleagues, clients, friends, or family. People come to rely on you because they know you will deliver. Trust is a valuable currency in life, and consistency is the most effective way to earn it. To maintain consistency, it's crucial to stay focused on your why. Why did you start this journey in the first place? What is the ultimate goal you're working toward? When you remind yourself of your purpose, it becomes easier to stay committed even when the road gets tough. Consistency is not just about showing up, it's about showing up with intention. Every small step you take should align with your larger vision. This alignment keeps you motivated and ensures that your consistent efforts are moving you in the right direction. Lastly, consistency requires resilience. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments when progress feels stagnant. These moments test your commitment and your resolve. But resilience allows you to push through the challenges and keep going. It's about recognizing that consistency doesn't mean perfection, it means persistence. Each day you choose to show up, even in the face of obstacles, you strengthen your resilience and reinforce your commitment to your goals. Consistency may not be glamorous, but it is the secret weapon of the successful. It is the small, unremarkable actions taken daily that lead to extraordinary results over time. When you commit to being consistent, you unlock the power of compound growth, build unshakable trust in yourself, and create the momentum needed to achieve your dreams. Success is not about occasional brilliance, it's about relentless effort. It's about showing up every single day, no matter what, and trusting that the process will take you where you want to go. Taking action is the bridge between dreams and reality. No amount of planning, wishing, or strategizing will bring you closer to your goals unless you're willing to take action. Far too often, people get stuck in the cycle of overthinking, waiting for the perfect moment or doubting whether they're ready. But the truth is, success doesn't wait for readiness. It rewards those who move forward with courage, even when they feel uncertain. Taking action, even imperfectly, is the single most powerful step you can take toward transforming your life. The fear of failure is one of the biggest barriers to taking action. Many people are so afraid of making mistakes or falling short that they do nothing at all. But failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. Every failure teaches you something valuable and brings you one step closer to achieving your goals. When you take action, you gain real-world experience that no amount of theory or preparation can provide. You learn what works, what doesn't, and how to adapt. Taking action, even if it leads to failure, is always better than standing still. Another common obstacle to taking action is the desire for perfection. Many people delay starting because they believe they need to have everything figured out before they begin. They want their plan to be flawless, their skills to be fully developed, and their circumstances to be ideal. But waiting for perfection is a trap. There will never be a perfect time, and you will never feel completely ready. The key is to start where you are with what you have and trust that you will learn and grow along the way. Action creates momentum, and momentum builds confidence. Taking action also requires breaking free from analysis paralysis. While planning and preparation are important, they can become a hindrance if they prevent you from moving forward. Spending too much time weighing options or overanalyzing every detail can lead to indecision and action. At some point, you have to stop thinking and start doing. Action brings clarity. When you take a step, you gain new information and insights that help you refine your approach. Progress comes from taking one step at a time, not from endlessly debating the best course of action. One of the most powerful aspects of taking action is that it builds self-confidence. Confidence is not something you're born with, it's something you earn through experience. Every time you take action, you prove to yourself that you're capable. Each small win reinforces your belief in your abilities and motivates you to keep going. Confidence is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Even small actions, when taken consistently, can lead to significant boosts in self-esteem and a greater sense of empowerment. Action is also the antidote to fear. Fear thrives in inaction. When you avoid taking steps toward your goals, your fears grow larger and your doubts become more paralyzing. But when you take action, you confront your fears head on. Each step you take, no matter how small, diminishes the power of fear and replaces it with courage. Fear loses its grip when you move forward despite it. The act of doing, even when you're afraid, builds resilience and fortifies your mindset. Taking action is not just about big, bold moves, it's about consistent daily effort. Small actions repeated over time have a cumulative effect that leads to significant results. It's easy to underestimate the power of small steps, but they are the building blocks of success. Whether it's dedicating 30 minutes a day to learning a new skill, reaching out to one new person, or making one small improvement, these actions add up. Consistency in action creates momentum, and momentum propels you toward your goals faster than you might expect. Action also creates opportunities. When you put yourself out there and take initiative, you open doors that would have remained closed otherwise. Opportunities rarely come to those who wait, they come to those who are actively pursuing their goals. Taking action signals to the world and to yourself that you are serious about what you want. This energy attracts people, resources, and possibilities that align with your efforts. The more you act, the more opportunities you create, and the closer you get to achieving your dreams. Another important aspect of taking action is embracing uncertainty. Many people hold back because they want guarantees. They want to know that their efforts will lead to success, that the risk will pay off, or that they won't face rejection. But life offers no guarantees, and waiting for certainty often leads to missed opportunities. Taking action means stepping into the unknown and trusting that you will figure things out as you go. It's about having faith in yourself and your ability to adapt, learn, and overcome challenges. Finally, taking action is about taking responsibility for your life. No one is going to hand you success or do the work for you. If you want something, you have to go out and get it. Taking action means owning your choices, your time, and your results. It's about being proactive instead of reactive, creating opportunities instead of waiting for them, and taking control of your destiny instead of leaving it to chance. Every great achievement in history began with someone who decided to take action. They didn't have all the answers, and they didn't wait for the perfect moment. They simply took the first step. And that first step led to another and another until they accomplished something extraordinary. The same is true for you. Whatever your dreams or goals may be, they are within your reach if you're willing to take action. The journey won't be easy, but every step forward is a step closer to the life you want. Taking action is the key to unlocking your potential and achieving your dreams. Stop waiting for the perfect moment or ideal conditions. Start now. Every step you take builds momentum, confidence, and progress. Embrace the process, face your fears, and take control of your destiny. Success begins with action.